of Welcome to another class of SQL. My name is Godwin Osabute, and we would continue from where we stopped off last week. I think we started looking at the where clause within the SQL statement. So yeah, we will just continue with that. I think the first thing that we did was the looking at the various comparison operators. Then we finished off with looking at compound comparisons. So I think we all have a good understanding of that. If there is anyone here who doesn't understand that, can the person signal so that we quickly look at it? Otherwise, I'm ready to just shoot. So I will be sharing my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So this is my SQL Server, which I've just loaded. Fortunately, I have all my tables. Okay, so we will continue from where we stopped off. Now we finished I will take it that we finished the the comparison operators. So we will look at the next one, which is a range comparison. Sorry, range condition. Who has an idea what this is? From the name, who can guess?
Will you have to do about selecting data within a specific range?
Exactly, within a specific range. So what words do you think we can use here?
Between.
So these are the two words that we can use, the two phrases, between and not between. These are the two that we can use. So like I'm not sure who spoke first. Was it Owen or Wayne? Like the first speaker said. Is it Wayne?
Oh, yeah. I said between. Owen said comparison.
Pardon?
I just said between. Owen was the one that said the condition, the range conditions.
Right, okay. So this is where we select, we look at values within a certain range. Yeah. So with the keywords that we use here are between and not between. I think what database did we use the last time? Let me just have a look at it and see what database we used the last time. We used the fact internet sales. Okay, so let's go back to that. So let's say that we select all. What is it? Fact internet sales. Let's first of all see what is in the. Okay, let me just check from here to make it quickly. Fact internet sales. So that's the table. And what are we looking to select? Sales amount. Okay, sales amount. Select all from which database are we using? Always remember to select the database, okay? Otherwise, your this thing will start throwing errors. Fact internet sales. Where sales amount between sales amount between let's say 4,000. Let's say 4,000. Okay, let me run this first, and then we will see some of the figures that are there. Sales amount. Sales amount. Sales amount. So we have these figures. Okay, so let's just say between 3,000 and 4,000, right? Between 3,000 and 4,000. And let's run this and see what it would give us. So when we go and check, all right, let's run this again. And then you would see that this has given us how many rows? It's still loading 60,398 rows. 60,398. But when we run this one, the whole thing, it gives us just 1,947. So it has filtered out those sales values that are between these figures. That's filtered them out. All right. In much the same way, we can say that where the sales value is not between, and then it should give us all the other figures. Should give us all the other values. So if we subtract this from the figure we had the first time, 60,000 and something, that should be what we would have. So I'm expecting us to have about 59,000, something around that figure, Sha. 50-something thousand. That's what I'm expecting. Yeah. So it's giving us 58,000 rows, 58,451. 58,451. So this is the range condition. Okay. We use the words between and not between. Now let's go to the next one. The set membership. Set membership condition. What do you think this would be?
I think maybe selecting data within a particular kind of class or membership. I don't want to use the word membership, like a particular class.
Yeah, you have an idea, but what words? The very simple words. One simple word. One and actually two. The opposite. So somebody is either a member of a gang or not a member of a gang, right? So
yes.
the person is either in a gang or not in a gang. The person is either a member of, the person is either in a certain group or not in that group. So the key words we use here are in and not in.
Okay.
In and not in. So let's see what we can. Should I change the database? Let me just change the database for flexibility. Let me see if I can get something from here. Let's just try this first. Let's see employees, right? Okay, now let me use this one for marital status. That is quite a good that gives quite a good. Let's see what we have here. So here we see that some people are married, some are not, some are separated. Some are divorced, some are cohabiting, some are single, right? We see all of these different marital status. So let's, for example, we want those people who belong to the group of married men or women. So that's a class on its own, right? That's a group. So what we do here, we still have this. Where, what is the marital, that's the attributes name, where marital status. In married. Where marital status in married.
Why is it in red?
It's a literal.
Oh, okay.
Remember I said the words that we introduced in here, when you are calling them, you must put them in quotation marks.
Yes.
And they will normally come in red. That is just the words, not the figures. So the previous one, we use figures. If you look at it, we use figures. So that is, the figures are not affected by that, but the
Okay.
words are. If it were an error, it will be underlined. It will not be red. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So here we are looking at only those who are married. And you see that when we scroll down, we get 31 rows of data out of the 140 something. And everybody here is in the class of married people. Everybody here is in that class. Okay, so in much the same way, we can do a compound range, just as we did compound comparison. We can again do compound range for this. Where we say that they are either married and let's say they are married and cohabiting. Married and cohabiting. What's the spelling of cohabiting? Cohabiting.
T-I-N-G.
Is it one T or double T?
I think it's one T.
Okay, let's try that one and see. Cohabiting. Okay, let's see if it would work. If it's in the database, it will come up. Yep. So you see that we have the married people and then those who are also cohabiting. Yeah. So we can use this to search and do ask and a lot of things that we like. Okay. Let's go to the next class. So this would be the second kind, right? What we did last week was the first one. This is 2. This is 3. And this is, the next one is 4. Pattern match. And this is quite a big one. If we are able to finish this today, I'll be very happy. Pattern match. So pattern. So what words do you think comes to mind? There is a pattern. We're looking for a pattern. So what keywords do you think come to mind here?
Identical. Same.
Not necessarily same. Not necessarily same. Okay, can you have do you have can you find another synonym for same?
Alike.
Like and not like. So these are the keywords here, like and not like. Right. Like I said, this could be where we spend most of the time today, actually. This could be where we spend most of the time, but I'm sure we will finish it. So like and not like. A pattern. We are looking for a pattern. If you are looking for a pattern, then what do you use? Let us, for example, a common one that we can use here is common table we can use here. Let me see if this table would work. Okay, let me just stick to, I wanted to use another table, but let me just stick to what I have prepared. Let's stick to the same database. Yeah. Let's stick to the Okay. Let's say we want to select all from the table addresses. I'm getting it right. Addresses. Let's see. Customer addresses. Okay, I get it. So I'll stick to the same database. I'll stick to the same database. Let's say we use this. We can use it in the database. I just want something that will be simple. Okay. So we have this, and then we see all the addresses. We have address line 1, 2, 3, etc. Postcode, etc. Now, let me ask you this question. And what we are going to do now is something that is used a lot in tracking. It's used in tracking a lot. And so when I say tracking, it can go as far as any level of tracking. For example, you're looking for somebody and you only know a part of the address. Wayne.
Yeah.
Which part of the UK do you live in?
London.
London, okay. Which part of London do you live in?
Southeast.
Southeast, okay. I'm looking for somebody called Wayne. And I know he lives in the Southeast. But I do not know exactly his address. Can I look for Wayne? Yes, I can. So long as Wayne is in the database, and so long as I know part of his address, I can look for him. How do I do that? There is what we call wildcards. Some of you may have heard of wildcards before.
Yeah.
Wildcards. So these wildcards are what help us to carry out these pattern match searches. So long as it looks like a pattern, it looks like something that you know or think of, it can then, when you apply the wildcard, it will give you everything that looks like that thing. Right? Everything that looks like that thing. And then you can start narrowing it down to what exactly you want. So there are two main wildcards. We have the modulus sign, which is also called the percentage sign. And then we have the underscore. Modulus and underscore. These are the wildcards that we would use. Wildcards. So let's look at something. So we want to look for addresses like addresses that look like I'm going to write a few things down first. Let's say we have what does this mean?
All addresses that begin with an H.
Okay. So if we have, this is one part of it. So like somebody said, this is what? All addresses that begin with an H.
Yeah.
This looks for this one will look for what?
All that end with an H.
Beautiful. All addresses that end. And this one will look for
Addresses that have an H in the middle. Something before, something after.
yep. Addresses that have an H. Addresses with an H. With an H in between. Any number of characters. Let me write this in small letters. Right? That's what this does. Now, what about instances of the underscore? Okay, should we do this first? I think let's do this first. Let's look at this first.
Yes, please.
So let's, for example, select all. Let's look at addresses here. Look at address line 2. For example, choose randomly, something that we should use. Or address line 1. Or address line 4. It doesn't matter. Choose from any address line. Just let me know. The first person to speak.
Line 1.
Okay, address line 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you chosen?
You mean the term I'm looking for?
Yep.
Close.
Close.
Road.
Pardon?
Road.
Road.
Yeah.
Okay. So select all from
Addresses.
from addresses. Then we apply the where clause. Where address line 1 address line 1 looks like what did you say? Close, right?
No, road.
Road. So like road. So we apply that. So you are, when you say road, that means you are applying the which of these are you applying?
I was gonna say it's the second one because it ends in road. Any address that ends in road.
Okay, let's see how that pans out. Any address that ends in road.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a literal and so should be within quotation marks.
No brackets.
Let's check to see whether it will take it. It didn't take it. I think what it requires is the third option, actually. It's the third option that it needs. Road. Address line 1, like. Okay. Let me take out the quotation marks. What is the issue? Road. Okay. I see where the error is. Bad. Okay. All right, so let's run this and see. So this what we are expecting is for this to give us any address within address line 1 that has got the word road inside, right? Let's execute and see. And do we have that? I think we do. This has road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Road.
26 rows.
Yeah. Road, like that. In much the same way, if, for example, we didn't even know road, we only knew one letter, somebody should choose from a different line. From a different address line.
Address line 3.
Address line 3. What are you? So what letter are you choosing?
The letter E.
Letter E at the end or in the beginning?
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. So it doesn't matter what is at the end, but the first letter must be E. That is what he says we should do. So let's see whether we'll get that. Address line 3. So this is it.
Yes.
Yeah. So if, for example, we wanted to look for Owen's address, assuming Owen was running away from us, hiding somewhere, we wanted to track him down. So you know which sort of people can use this kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just don't want to mention. So we want to track him down, and then we can just slowly come into the database and use a wildcard, and that is actually how they track people down with other technology. That's how they do it. Any questions so far?
Yeah, just a quick one. You know the wild card we used, the one selected at E. Is it case sensitive?
Let's try that. Actually, let's try it and see.
Okay.
Let's try it and see. I would ask somebody to select another letter. Somebody to select another letter.
We can do a W.
Okay. Let's try it and see.
Okay, it's not.
It's what? So it's not case sensitive.
Yeah.
So it recognizes the character as W within the database. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And so we can, if we wanted the last thing to be, let's say, S. Yeah, we can do that too, and then have it as an S. Then we have all these ones there. Okay, so let's look at the other option of wildcards. The underscore. Let's say we have addresses like now I'm going to do something. I'm going to leave, technically, this is not right, but because for ease of viewing, I'm going to do something. But just so you know that it's not the correct thing. So you see one underscore here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, if I add another one, you don't see that I've added another one because there is no space, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to add spaces, but it's not the right thing. So when we have this, there should be 4 underscores without spaces, though. Let me just put that here without spaces. Okay, there should be 4. So what we are saying here is that we are looking for an address that begins with an H, but has how many characters?
1, 2, 3, 4 characters.
No.
5 in total.
5 characters.
5, sorry.
We are looking for an address that begins with an H and has 5 characters.
House.
Yep. Also, we can say that Yeah, we can say something like this. How many characters are we expecting from here?
7.
7. And okay, let me this H might be a little bit difficult. Let me say E.
Yeah.
That ends in an E or S. That should be quite pretty simple, easy, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's see if we can do something like this. Somebody choose another. Somebody select another, what is it? Another row. And let's see, what are we looking for? Somebody select another address line.
Let's go 2. Address
You
line
go
2.
2, yeah? And
Yeah.
which letter are we starting with?
We're starting with C.
With what?
Any random letter I can pick?
Yeah. Select any random letter.
C for
T
Charlie.
or C?
C for Charlie.
Charlie, okay. Okay, cool. So let's say we select all from addresses where address line. Did you select line 2, right?
Yes.
Address line 2, like you said Charlie, right?
Yes.
And how many letters are you looking for in that Charlie?
5.
5. So you should have 5 where we have
We should have a C and
C and then
4 underscores.
4 underscores. So here, because I'm actually writing the query, I am not going to leave spaces, okay?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. And these must be in quotation marks. So it looks like there is no address like that starts with a C and has 5 characters. Let's see, let's check. I saw something like Crofts.
Yeah, I saw Cross. I saw
5.
there's
So why
Cross
did
Road,
not come out?
and there's Croft, and
There's
is
Croft.
it counting the whole thing?
There's Croft, there's Cross.
Yeah. Is it counting the whole thing, including road?
It probably is. Okay, so let's do something instead. Let's just count this and see. Where is the Crofts? Just so we are sure. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's counted.
Yeah.
It's counting the whole thing. So the address has to start with a C, counting the whole thing, including the spaces in between the words.
If we put the original 5 character with a C and 4 underscores, and then we put the modulus.
Yeah, that would work. If we use the
work?
modulus, that would work.
Okay.
If we use the modulus, that would work. If we use the modulus, we don't need to.
Oh no, I meant if we use the underscore so say
Okay.
for example we were
You know
looking
what?
for
Let's try it and see. Actually, that's quite interesting. I like that line of reasoning. Let's try it and see. Let's try it and see. Just for curiosity. I have not tried that. Let's try it. So we have 4 underscores, right? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And you are saying that we should use the modulus again, right?
yes.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what would happen. But then this should be behind the quotation marks should be
Yes.
let's see, let's see. I wonder if that would work.
Oh. Wouldn't
Okay, okay, okay. Wow. Is that Wayne?
yeah.
Okay, you're quite experimental, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a beauty. I've not tried this, honestly. I haven't tried it. So that's really, really good. Really, really good. Combination of wildcards. Yep, that's cool.
Can we try one more before you go?
Okay, cool.
You see the first modulus, right? Before the C. Can we take that out?
Okay. Starting with a C but ending in anything, right?
Yes, exactly.
What do we have in the first one? 20. So let's see if it will, I think it should. Okay, so that produced 13.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Right. So in much the same way, we could do the flip side, the other one, right? Where the underscores come before the character.
Okay.
Do it this type. Somebody other than Wayne, can you select something? Can you select I'm expecting Lovette. Is there a Lovette amongst us? Is it Lovette or Lovedale? What's the name?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so select something, please. Select an address line, please, and select a character. Last character.
I'll go with the line 3 and N.
You go with what?
Address line 3.
Address line 3. So what character are we looking for?
N.
N.
Yes.
N.
Yes.
Okay, that should be this. London, Acton. Okay, so you see we have Acton, we have one at least. At least we got something. So yeah, this has given us this result. I like Owen's Owen's ingenuity. Quite impressive. I like it. So you try, see, there's no harm. Just keep trying different things, and then you see what you can do with it. Okay. Let's go to so this is how wildcards are used. And wildcards are not just used in SQL. They are used in other fields of, they're used in a lot of fields of computing, actually. And they have very, very significant uses. And like we just said, it can be used for a whole variety of things. A whole range of things. Medicine, crime, a whole range of things. And then the last condition. Null condition. Null, not null. Right, so who understands the concept of null? What do we mean when we say null?
Not empty,
Empty, are you sure?
I think.
Any other opinion?
Not valid.
Not valid. Certainly that is not a valid answer. Any other opinion?
No
Could
entry.
be- Pardon?
No entry.
No entry. No, that's not
I'm
correct.
trying to avoid saying zero.
I like that you are trying to avoid saying zero because it is not, it's definitely not zero.
Not zero, yeah.
Null is definitely not zero. And it is definitely not blank.
Exactly.
So what is null? And that is quite an intriguing concept, actually, because the concept of null is quite confusing.
It's a very famous physician. What is somebody?
Okay, Larry, thank you.
Null could be when a field cannot be left empty.
No.
Okay.
So if it cannot be left empty, why put null there? So what does null mean? I'm not sure even if you Google this, it will tell you because I don't know. I don't know if you Google it or ChatGPT may tell you. But what actually does null mean? Right, null simply means an unknown value. We do not know the value, so we leave it as null. Because we don't know what it is, we leave it as null. We just write null. Simply because we don't know what the value is. It is not that there is no value, but we do not know the value. That simply is the meaning. That is what null stands for. So null is not zero. Null is not that it is empty. Null is not that it is blank. Null is the fact that we do not know the value. So if we do not know the value, can we equate null to anything?
No, because we don't know.
Zero.
Yeah, because we don't know the value, we can't equate it to anything, right? We can't equate it to anything. This is getting too long. Let me bring it down. Okay. Cannot be equated. Example. Example. Let me go back to it. Let me take AdventureWorks. Why have my databases disappeared? Okay, at least I have AdventureWorks, so that's fine. Let's first of all do something with AdventureWorks. Which table can we use? I want something with figures. Okay, we have fact. We have. Let's say fact finance. Let's see if it has figures. It does have figures, but I don't like the outputs. So let's try another one. Let's say we use which one have you been using? In fact, internet sales. Fact internet sales. Okay, this looks more like it. We can get something to use here. And let me see if this has got any null values. Let's see if this has got any null values.
Can we use a search?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay.
We can actually use a search. Okay, it's not giving me null values. Customer tracker number, can we use that? I don't. Okay, all of these are nulls, so it's not gonna give any outputs, desired output. Right, let me change my database, okay?
We have some nulls in the addresses.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I want to use calculable fee, something we can. Internet sales, reseller sales. Let me try reseller sales and see what's happening. At reseller sales. I'm looking for something about unit price, extended amount, products, cost. I'm looking for, these are the areas where I'm looking for my nulls. So if anybody catches one, just tell me. Yeah, I can't find anything. So, okay, let me change my database, okay? Okay, let's for example say we want to do we say this where this is also not giving me what I was looking for, but let's just go ahead with it. Where the end date end underscore date end date is equal to null. Do you think this would work? There is no error. There's no syntax error. So
It should
this
work.
should work, right? This should work, right?
Yes, it should.
It should?
Yes.
Who said? Who spoke?
OM.
Oh, well, okay. Let me see if who are those? So I can't, because I'm sharing, I can't see people on the chat. Oh, are you sure it would work? Let's run it. It didn't work. Why did it not work? Anybody has a guess why it didn't work?
Because null is an unknown value.
So we can't do what? So
We
we
can't
cannot
get
do
the
what?
records out.
Pardon?
We can't get the records out.
No. The answer is right in front of you.
We can't equate it.
We can't equate it.
Oh, so
Null is an unknown value, so we can't equate it. So then what do we do? What will we do? So I actually intentionally wrote this like this. But that is not the correct way I should write it. The correct thing to say is null. Is null and is not null. So instead of this, we put is.
Oh, okay.
Let me just do that again. Is null. And if we run this, you would see that it would work. Right? It will work. In the same way, if we were to do that, it's not null. It should produce, so these are 112 rules. It should produce the remaining rules in the database where the end date is not null. Okay? It says that. Any questions so far? Any questions?
None from me.
Good. Good. So we are getting away. We are now doing away with the boring stuff from next week. No, next week is another tight week for me, actually. I'm not sure. But from upper week, we will start getting into the very interesting stuff.
Sorry, Godwin, it's
Yes.
Catherine here. Could we
Pardon?
please have the SQL HR database, please?
Could I do what?
Could we please have the database, the SQL HR?
Okay.
Thank you.
It has a lot of tables though, so that's what I've been thinking. How do I get all of this to you? But I'll get some of them to you, okay?
Thank you.
Actually, could we have used the Chicago crime? Yeah, we could. I think we could use, no, but the Chicago crime has disappeared. I need to refresh. But I can't, I don't want to do that now. I don't know why my databases are disappearing. Yeah, it has disappeared. Any questions? If there's no questions, I would ask you guys to excuse me for the remainder of the time. Definitely we'll catch up, we'll make up with for the time actually. Yeah, so we've brought the where that we've come to an end of the where clause. Those are the various forms that you can find a where clause.
Yes, okay, so are you going to send us this
The
note?
notes.
Yes, please.
Okay, let me do that straight away.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Do that straight away.